Child of God, on today's video we are going to talk about Elisha and the poor widow. Now I'm going to be reading from the book of Good News in the book of 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 1 to 7. I read, "The widow of a member of a group of prophets went to Elisha and said, 'Sir, my husband has died. As you know, he was a God-fearing man, but a man he owed money to has come to take away my two sons as slaves in payment of my husband's debt.'" Now this is the window. Before the husband died, the husband was owing a man a sum of money. And now it happened that the husband had died. Now this is what happened. After the man has died, then the man that she is owing money came to take away the two sons of the poor widow for a repayment, in order to work for a repayment of the debt that her husband is owing. The woman have nothing to do than to release the poor widow to her husband in order to make the payment of the debt that her husband is owing before he died. Now hear what happened. Verse 2 says, "What should I do for you?" He asked. "To tell me, what have you got at home?" "Nothing at all, except a small jar of oil, olive oil," she answered. "Go to your neighbors and borrow as many empty jars as you can," Elisha told her. And the woman had nothing to do, rather his two sons has been taken away for the repayment of the debt that her husband is owing before he died. Now the poor widow went to meet Elisha, and Elisha asked her, "What shall I do for you?" The woman replied, he said, "Nothing. I have nothing at home except an empty jar, a small jar of an olive oil." And Elisha ordered her, "Go and meet their neighbors and borrow as many jars as you can." Now listen, the woman was not expecting, the widow was not expecting to meet Elijah and for Elijah to go and tell her to borrow as many as empty jars that she can. Rather, the woman was expecting Elijah to help her out with some of money in order for her to go and claim the two sons for the repayment of the debt that her husband is owing before he died. But rather, Elijah sent her to go and meet her neighbors and borrow as many as empty jars as you can. Borrow as many as many jars as you can. And after the woman went out to borrow as many as empty jars as he can, Elijah told her, "You and thy son go into the room." This is not the son that was taken away from the payment of the debt. This is another son that he has living with him after those two sons has been taken away. And he said, "Go inside the house and lock the door." He took the small jar of the oil, the empty jar, and he went into the room, him and his son, and they locked the door. So they were pouring this oil in the empty jar. The Bible said that the empty jar, all of them filled up, and he asked the son, "Is there anyone remaining?" And the son replied him, he said, "No, except this one." Remember, the oil was just a little oil in a small jar. But when the woman was pouring this oil in the empty jars, all of them were flowing, were filling up. And he asked the son, "Is there anyone remaining?" And the son said, "No." He said, "Except only this one." And he took it, he poured it. After filling all the oil, everything, he went out to meet Elisha, to reach out to Elisha again, and he said to him that, "We have filled all the oil." He said, "Sell all, sold all, sell all and pay thy debt. Perhaps you might have enough in order for you to start something doing." Now this is how God was. What I want you to learn from this video is that there is nothing God cannot do. That's number one thing. There is nothing that God cannot do. There is nothing that you think, that you imagine that God cannot do. The second thing that I want you to learn on this video is that everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a purpose. Everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a purpose. The woman lost her husband in order to gain a better business, in order to gain a better living. So in everything that happened in this earth, happened for a reason. Everything that happened in this earth happened for a purpose. I believe this video touched somewhere in your life. If you watch this video to this length, comment on the comment section, "Jesus Christ is C," a capital letter. Subscribe to this channel and follow this page for more, so that whenever a powerful video comes up like this, you'll be notified immediately. God bless you.